the right length. And you take two 16-penny nails, and drive them into the, one into each end of your 2x4, about 1.5 inches or so from the, ouch.
You want to be one finger, Willie.
Yeah, that's right. No.
Glad you're not a carpenter.
Now, when you do this, remember that you're not building furniture, so it doesn't matter if there are dents in it. Like in that one. No, I'm usually better at this, but
It's the glass.
so basically you want to drive it pretty much all the way through. Okay, so then you take your broom wire, you take usually the needle nose pliers are best. You want to be sort of over top of the diddly bow doing the work when you do this because it's just easier. So you wrap it around the nail once, under the broom wire, wrap it around against, and then again, and then wrap it around itself a couple times. So now, you do the same thing on the other. You reach under the nail, wrap it around. Wrap it around a couple times. Now, because I have, the nails should actually be angled out. I've got these pretty much straight in, which is not a good thing. So even if you have them angled out, you take some 10-penny finishing nails and you drive them down right beside the other nail and about halfway into the wood, and then across the wood like that. To keep the wire from riding up on the nail. So now, so for the workshops, I use just a piece of PVC pipe. I think possibly that the sound is a little better if you use glass, but you slip the piece of pipe underneath the wire in the center, and then roll it towards one of the nails. And then make a little mark with a pencil under there. Like that. Okay, so then you take a half round rasp and you rasp a little groove in between the mark that you made and the nail, so that it's going to have, so that the little piece of pipe will have something to click into. That, actually, we could probably do a little bit more than that. How are we doing for time, Eric? So then, so we're almost done. So then you take a little block of wood. I'm going to shave this block of wood down just a little bit. And so then you slide that block of wood over to the other nail. Okay. We're not going to do this right now, but it's usually better to put a couple of little brads in there so that this is stable. So essentially the diddly bow at this point is finished. So that took about 5 minutes. It takes about another 5 or 10 minutes to put the position marks on it. Yeah. So in order to sort of tell, in order to be able to sort of tell what you're doing, you want to put position marks on it. And so basically you're putting position marks on the body of the instrument at at exactly the midpoint of the string, the 1/3 and 2/3 points of the string, the 1/4 and 3/4 points of the string. And so those are the equivalent of, so the 1/4 point is the equivalent of the 5th fret of a guitar, the 1/3 point is the 7th fret, the 1/2 point is the 12th fret, you don't have to remember all this stuff because if you look at my website, www.onestringwilly, it explains how to do that. And then there are a couple of other position marks at in between those points that I haven't really described. So to build the electromagnetic pickup is significantly more difficult. So what I would recommend that you do is to just build one of these, play it acoustically. You can play it with a stick and a little flat glass bottle slide, and that's all there is to it. So basically, so you can make the instrument in literally 10 or 15 minutes. If you have the broom wire, which I said I've got that, I've got some of that here if anybody wants to try it. It's $4 for a 24.5 foot roll. So it's harder to learn how to play it than it is to build it.
Do you ever make it with guitar strings rather than broom wires?
Yes. So this one and the cigar box, the one with the broom handle, those have guitar strings. Mm-hmm. And you can also make them with a piezoelectric pickup. This has one, but as I said, once you go to a magnetic pickup, it's sort of like you really do have possession over Judgment Day on that. A piezo is just wimpy compared to an electromagnetic. So that's it. So